Tokyo, Japan. My name is Gary Verheller, and I'll be your host for what we call the Substance of Living podcast. Today, we'll look at what we call life's lessons. And I hope this will provide you with some insight, maybe even some inspiration to life's challenges. Hello, and welcome to episode number 24, entitled How to Learn, Part 1. Each person is unique. I've heard that, you've heard that. It seems to be a universal idea. And it sounds like a cliche. Yet, scientifically, it is a proven fact. Every human shares 99.996% DNA. That's a lot of similarity. But it's that 0.004% that makes you unique. In the history of humans, there never has been you. Right now, there is only one you. In the future, there never will be a you. You are unique. And each person must know themselves and what seems to work for them in learning. So, how does an individual learn? Well, some can use what's called rote learning, where they repeat over and over and over again. And that can be effective. Another person learns in a step-by-step manner. I call it the inverted pyramid of knowledge. Start off with a little and then build your amount of knowledge more and more and more, very slowly, step by step. And you build one step on another. Another one is to learn the reason why the information is important and then learn the information and the particulars. And that seems to help people. So, what's the best way? The best way is a combination of all of that. And the key element is knowing yourself, what works for you. Now, this goes beyond just learning strategies. It also should apply to your teacher, because having a coach, and I prefer the word coach. Let me explain why. I prefer the word coach because a coach is dedicated to the improvement of the person he's coaching. And they're going to be brutally honest. For example, my swim coach, when I was at university and I was learning how to swim, I wanted to be able to swim 2,000 meters nonstop, freestyle with flip turns. And I came to her the first day and told her that. And she said, all right, if you do exactly as I tell you, by the end of this semester, you will be able to do that. And she was very honest with me. No, you're bringing your arm out too far, Gary. Keep it in close to you and then reach. And that's what I wanted. I wanted to know what the good behavior was. I wanted to be immediately corrected. I call it immediate feedback. Rather than have somebody perform an entire speech and then say, well, you missed this part, this part. I stop them and say, no, do it again, do it here. And do the immediate feedback as they're learning. And that really has a big impact. So find yourself a good coach. And also you need to know what motivates you. Again, you're a unique individual. For me, it's a coach, somebody who's brutally honest with me, who's going to work for me to help me improve. And that's very, very important. A good coach is dedicated to your progress. A good coach, like I said, is brutally honest. So it's important that you consider what motivates you and how you can learn better, how you can perform better, based upon what kind of teacher you want as well. If you have to give a speech, this is what I suggest people do. And this is part of the step-by-step process. Remember we talked about the inverted pyramid of knowledge? Well, once you have a speech, once you've written the speech, then you start practicing the speech. Many people start at the beginning. And let's say you have an introduction, 3 topics, and a conclusion, a basic information speech. Well, what can happen is the person will start at the introduction, and the introduction is what they know best. That's where they started writing the speech. And that's where they started practicing the speech, because they'll practice and then they'll get a phone call. Then they'll come back and they'll start at the introduction again, and somebody will interrupt again, or they have to go to lunch. But the idea is they're always practicing that introduction. So they start strong, but by the time they get to the conclusion, they're so rather than do that, once they've written the speech, Once they've practiced it from introduction to conclusion, then I say, all right, now we're going to do what's called backward chaining. Backward chaining starts at the conclusion. You give the conclusion. Then you give topic 3, conclusion. Topic 2, topic 3, conclusion. Topic 1, topic 2, topic 3, conclusion. Introduction, topic 1, topic 2, topic 3, conclusion. If you notice, you're always practicing the conclusion. This works. In fact, let me tell you how I know that it works. Besides working with speeches, it can work in the physical world as well. I was a little league soccer coach. My kids were about 11, 12, 13 years old or so, and they had not really played organized soccer. So what I thought was really important was scoring the goals. That's the target in a soccer game, score the goal. So what I did was I lined up 4 balls and I divided up the team into 4 groups. And group 1, the first boy in group 1 would kick the ball into the goal. The ball is only 1 meter, about 3 feet from the goal. Kick the ball and follow it into the goal. Then he would throw the ball to group 1. He would go to the end of group 2. Now group 2, kick, follow. Group 3, kick, follow. Group 4, and they would continue until everybody had done all 4 positions. I was also teaching them how to pass with an inside the foot pass, which is very controllable. So they would pass, shoot. Pass, pass, shoot. Notice we're going backward, but we're always practicing the goal. Pass, 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 shoot. Throw in, pass, 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 shoot. And we ended up winning the championship in the 3rd year. It was wonderful. So the idea is you have different strategies you can use. Incorporate all of them if you like. Find out which one works for you. And most importantly, get a coach who is truly dedicated to your performance. Someone who has experience. Someone who has success in coaching someone on learning whatever the topic is that you want to learn, be it physical, be it intellectual. So, learn. That's what life's about. In fact, life is change, so life is an opportunity to learn every day. Thanks. How was that? Thank you for joining us today for the Substance of Living podcast. If you'd be kind enough to consider subscribing, you can contact us through Spotify or Apple Podcasts or connect on Twitter. Join us again next time for what I hope will help you navigate life.